I feel like they're kind of, but yeah. What are your opinions on what they're doing with Wesker? Kind of like moving him.
Like moving him in what sense? Like with the new bug fix patch that they're coming out with him?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, to be honest, like I'm really glad that they fixed the thing where he can now sidestep in between dashes because right now in the current patch you can't do that as of now. Um, and the reason why it's so crucial is because there's specific techs that you can do with him, like the MJ tech or the 0 degree insta hug, and it can be pretty helpful for those things. Also, another thing that they did fix is that no longer having like stupid hit registrations through walls, because literally the other night I was playing Wesker and I grabbed someone through a wall, and that just shouldn't be happening. So I'm glad that they apparently they said they fixed those issues. I know the sidestepping issue was dealt with, but I'm not too sure about the walls though.
Yeah, another thing is like I don't hate the devs. I feel like they're just a little lost. There was no reason to really mess with. Like he was perfectly fine before. Like nobody asked for anything. I don't know if they change it to get attention on him, but if you really think about it,
Mhm.
he already had that attention. Everybody loved him, and he took
I
so much stuff.
100% agree. 100%. I never understood why they decided to mess with a killer that was like, I understand like there can be like bugs and stuff like that in terms of like uh I don't know, hitting people through walls, or like, the hit not registering when you hit them at a window or something like that. I understand. But to completely refactor his power to the point where like it's bugged everything about him, like I think it was, yeah, patch 9.5.2, I think. Literally after Stranger Things chapter, he was unplayable. You would dash and he would, no matter what you would do, he would always hand reset, and that killed him like crazy.
Yeah,
And it
that
just
was
felt so awkward to use.
Yeah, that update I like. That was like update and update. Do you remember? Well, what really annoys me is nobody complained. Not a single soul. Not a single soul.
Right.
The amount of skill you needed is a decent amount to even do any. And another thing is when they ruined him one time, like worse than now. So whenever you would dash, your camera would lock, like you couldn't look around.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, dude, it's awful. Like, one thing that they need to fix, I don't know if it's changed in the PTB, but there's one bug that's been frustrating the hell out of me, that's been affecting pretty much every single person, whether you like to admit it or not. And it's the meter restriction bug, where if you're like not even like, you don't even have to be super close to an object, but if you're like maybe 3 meters maybe away, um, and you're looking at an object, it just won't let you bound. It won't let you use your dashes, and that's why insta hugs feel extremely weird and sluggish. And another thing is the turn rate. The turn, you can't turn like as much because your camera doesn't snap once the first dash is done. So it's kind of like this one weird like motion. Like you would turn and it just kind of goes. It doesn't. It's not snappy. I don't really know how to explain it, but
Yeah,
no.
another it just like I don't get like I don't know. It just I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I've been up for like I like 17 hours. I'm like a little tired right now.
Oh dang.
I need to
Yeah, no, I
stay up until
understand.
like 11 p.m. so it's going to be like 30 hours. But like I don't get it why they had to touch them. I know we just said that, but
Me
another
neither.
thing, nobody complained. Nobody asked to fix them. I mean, yeah, they asked for add-ons. I don't get what they're trying to get out of. That's one thing I'm trying to understand. It. I don't know if they just love making it Well, on your opinion, do you think the game's survivor sided or killer sided?
I 100% wholeheartedly agree that it's survivor sided. I know I'm like now a killer main, but I used to be a survivor main. But there's so many reasons why I can say that the game is definitely survivor sided. Hold on, give me one moment. I need to switch batteries because my controller's about to die. Hold on.
Alright.
Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, I wholeheartedly believe that the game is survivor sided for multiple reasons. Like sure, if you get a good map that's killer, it can be in your favor. But there's just so many things that survivors have. They got they got the HUD when it comes to like knowing what everyone's doing. Uh perks like unbreakable, decisive strike, like all those things that can completely turn an entire game around. Um anti-camp, like there's just a whole bunch of things that make Survivor incredibly more bearable than it once was. But I don't know. I think that alone makes Killer a little bit more fun for me because it's like I feel like I'm being challenged, but some other times it feels like it's out of my control. You know, I mean that's just the nature of DPD. That's how it is.
Yeah, another thing is like, okay, listen, I know this sounds stupid, but the FOV tech, listen, I don't fall for it, but like you can't, listen, it doesn't matter if you know what they're doing, it breaks your camera. It is perfect. There's nothing you could do about it. It will break your camera, and doesn't matter if you know what they're doing. You will not know what their next move is. They could go left or right, you can't see them. That FOV is so broke. Well, I don't think it's that broken. I mean, all you gotta do is wait it out and then swing. I don't think that's a big thing.
Yeah,
But
that's what I do. Yeah.
but a really big thing is, okay, it makes me so mad because every survivor, they'll think they're good because they pre-throw every single pallet and they'll go on a 5-gen chase. All they have to do is pre-throw every pallet. They have over 30 pallets on every single map. On every map. You pre-throw,
Yeah, especially the game.
you'll at least take them on the 3-gen chase, and then boom, if you have decent teammates, they play off of windows and you win the entire game. And it's just like that. It's so, and it's annoying because on Survivor, you don't have to try that hard. You just have to think with your head, and boom, you could take
True.
them on a 5. But on Killer, okay, you have to worry about so many things. Like, all right, I need to break this chase, but I need like my perks, so I have to get this down. But I have to, what's it called, break chase, because if I don't, then they're just gonna get this gen done.
I would 100% agree with you, bro. Like genuinely, it is. It is a hassle. The thing is, like, with Killer, like, I feel like very bad for newer players or anybody who doesn't have too much experience in the game at all because it feels like because they don't have a sense of like macro gameplay, and also like they don't know how to like moonwalk or like hide red stain and all that, and sometimes it makes Killer feel unbearable because you can't get a single down. And there's just an abundance of pallets and resources on the map, depending on what map you get. And also hit registration whenever you swing through a pallet, almost 9 times out of 10. The server will always get the stun no matter what you do. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just like, and God, you don't have to be good to, like, you could go up against an insanely good killer, and if you are good, there's a difference. If you're going up against a good survivor and a really good killer, that good survivor is gonna take him on a 5-gen loop because he knows how to play those pallets. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good that killer is. That's the thing. They have those pallets. If they know, okay, this guy's good at these fake outs, we need to pre-throw this or we're gonna get hit. That's all they need to do. They're at that good level where they don't need to think that much. They know what to do.
Very true, yeah.
Like,
It takes a lot of time to understand certain killers and powers and stuff like that to utilize them in order to get downs very quick. But even then, some killers, like, as the patches go, like as the updates go, some killers become worse over time because of the state of the game and its meta. And the only killer that can really, I guess, like be somewhat competent is Nurse and like Blight because of their mobility and their lethality. But killers like Pig and Michael, uh, you know, killers that don't have mobility, that's like a reoccurring theme. You know, mobility is such a huge factor in trying to win. They suffer a lot.
yeah, and like, Another thing that I really don't get is on Survivor. Well, it does make sense because it's a Survivor. You don't have to really learn anything, but perks, like, you get a tutorial on Survivor what to do. If you think about it, you kind of do. If you kind of think about it,
Yeah.
you get a whole tutorial on Killer. It's like, all right, you throw them on this hook. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, it's highlighted, but like a new killer's gonna be like, what is this? I'm so confused. I mean, it does at the same time. It kind of does say throw on the highlighted hooks. But another thing, oh my god. Okay, I will say there is a little. It's an upside about Killer, but the downside is for Survivor. Hooks are very close, which I do like that since I played Killer. But for Survivors, it is a little pain. But at the same
Hmm.
time, and they complain about tunneling. When if you don't tunnel, you're not gonna win the game.
I
That's
feel like people that. Oh, sorry to cut you off, God.
No, you're good. Uh, Basically, like the minute I tunnel and I get teabagged at exit gate. So if I don't tunnel, I'm not gonna get a single kill. I'm gonna get teabagged. Okay, meta build. If you're decent at the game, run life, champions lights, resilience, 5 moves ahead. Boom, there's your build. You can loop until you could loop forever.
Yeah, that is true.
That's such a strong build right there. All you gotta do, listen, you blind him, he's slowed 20%. You vault, you're zooming across the map. And Killer,
Yeah, I feel like another thing when it comes to like Killer is that like back to what you said about the tutorials and stuff like that. They don't. I'm pretty sure they don't really go in depth with like Killer Red Stain and all that, and like the little minor things that I think are crucial to learn in order to like play efficiently to get downs quicker and high MMR. They just don't go into that.
yeah, and another thing. Oh, this just got me really thinking. Okay, so another thing. Okay, in Survivor, it literally I'm 50% sure, like 80, 70, 60%, whatever, sure. I'm sure it says you could tell where the killer's walking without seeing them by seeing the red aura. And Killer, it doesn't say try to hide your red aura, but make sure like you're doing it in a smart way. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it shows on Survivor you could see a killer's aura. But it doesn't tell that about a killer. Let's say a new player just jumps on killer and just spams killer, and he has no clues. Like, how do these people know? Because they're never gonna know. No, the devs, they don't put in little things. I swear, it's just like this game. I feel like I can't explain. I don't know what the devs are doing, but the game's good. They're on edge right now. Like, they're on edge. They could go really high or really low or really medium or just drop down horrible. I really hope
yeah, yeah,
they need to fully revert Wesker because listen, I want them. Okay, listen. Okay, let's make an example. So something is perfectly the way it is. You change it, everybody complains. You try to change it back, everybody's still complaining, and you change it back a little bit, and your player drops. I'm pretty sure like a couple hundred players drop because of Wesker. The amount of times they've nerfed him to the absolute ground, and people still find ways to what's called learn to do stuff, which is insane.
yeah.
Which
For
is
instance, like Euro snapping. Yeah,
like that.
true. That's another thing they need to fix, dude. Because I find it extremely annoying when playing on computer.
I will say Eurosnap, in my opinion, is like useless. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
I
yeah,
think it has its uses in terms of like flicking, but other than that, I feel like it harms you more than it helps you.
yeah, because you don't know where you can't control it. Yeah, you can't control it. Like, you could barely, like, yeah, if you perfectly, but you're not gonna hit it perfectly if you hit that 180 unless if you have the memory muscle. God knows.
Yeah, for sure.
And
For sure,
it's
yeah.
they need to fix that. Like, they truly do. And like it's so annoying how they ruin them out of nowhere and like nobody asks for it. And I don't they just love ruining them. They you
Yeah,
know
trust me, when Stranger Things chapter came out, bro, Like I was like I was like annoyed because the skill expression went down because it was easier. But then afterwards, I started to like it a lot more. And then out of nowhere, they just kill him, and then I was just like, dude, I'm not playing Wesker until they fix this because, bro, I would be bumping on rocks, bro. It was awful.
Yeah, and like another thing that I noticed, they love touching one killer. Every single killer. They will not touch but this is the thing. I want you to put this in your head. Most killers who's been messed with, like updated, fixed, Wesker. On my life it has to be Wesker. I've never seen so many updates. And what makes me mad is they don't listen to any of their community. And the second of all, they don't put it in the patch notes. They need to put it in the patch notes. I get it's like, well, like you know how difficult it is to find out. Like
Yeah.
the player base would be like, okay, I'm just bad. I like they need to put like in the patch notes. They can't just
Shadow, yeah, like a shadow buff or like a
yeah.
shadow nerf. I hate when they do something like that too.
Yeah, and another thing, I'm like, hey, how about you throw out a little vote if we should do this, or we should just blindly throw this out and ruin our game? But we love doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, DVD always got a way of doing something like that at least once or twice, bro. I don't know why.
The game's good. Don't get me wrong. It's an okay game. Like it's fun, but like there's so many problems that they need to fix, and they need to
Mhm.
stop. A cool thing is if they would every game, I'm gonna throw this for an example. If every game would listen to their community, the game would go the player count through the roof. There's no way it wouldn't. You're the community. You're giving them what they want. You're making them happy. What's gonna happen to your game? It's gonna grow.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like a lot of games they whenever it goes downhill, it's mostly because they never listen to the community. Like the community is what's gonna guide you to make certain decisions because without the community, it's like what's the point? You know, they are the ones that know the game best. They play it often, more often than any other like player. So
Oh yeah, dude, I don't have a clip of it, but I don't know if it was the dev. His name was like Oihugi or something. Uh he had the dev shirt and like what's it called? Uh he had legacy like a headgear and like legs. And you know that
yeah, yeah.
team, he had the shirt of it, the red one. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I've seen it. Yeah, yeah. I saw that you texted in the Discord. I was like, holy! I was like, wow.
I was like, no way. I didn't know they played their game.
Yeah, some of them do.
Apparently. It's just like they make so many mistakes and it's so stupid, like disappointing mistakes because it's so obvious that nobody wants it. And that's another thing. It's so obvious. Nobody asked for it. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna leave it alone. And boom. I don't get why they like do they change it for attention? Do they I don't I truly want to ask myself why.
Yeah, dude. I mean, everyone was like telling me, bro, like, please make a video on it. Please make a video on it because they killed Wesker in the patch 9.5.2. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm probably going to because like that's the only way we're gonna get him to get fixed. And luckily, my video got like I don't know how many. It was a stupid amount of views. Hold on, let me check. And it got a lot of traction, and then people started talking. Yeah, 25,000 views. Yeah, a lot of people started talking about it, and even in some subreddits, I was being talked about in my video, and because everyone was frustrated with Wesker and what they did to him. And luckily, we are getting some bug fixes. I don't know if this is the last one that we'll be getting for a while. I hope not. I just hope they fix like three major things. Number one, the meter restriction bug, along with the turn rate, Euro snapping, and lastly, I'd probably say, I guess the sidestep. I hope, or like the rebounding in a way.
Yeah.
I think the rebounding is probably fine, but it's mainly the sidestepping. I really hope that's like completely fixed, so then I can do 0 degree insta hugs and stuff like that. And I hope they don't mess with the hitboxes and stuff like that, because I remember one of my members or fans, I don't know, someone contacted me and they showed me like emails and stuff like that with the DBD team and stuff like that, and they understand that Wesker is a fan favorite in the text and everything. They are well aware of it, and they want to keep it in the game because they know how much joy it brings to us players. And compared to every other killer who's had a quote unquote hug tech like Blight and like Dracula, with them it wasn't skill based at all. All they had to do was aim their camera downward, and I remember those times because I used to play Blight back then, and all you had to do was look down and you would have 0 collision. But with Wesker, you need precision, timing, um, in your line of sight, and knowing all those things with learning Wesker, and that's why it makes him such a beautiful character to play
Yeah, you need
and brings so much
mechanics.
joy.
Yeah, you need
For
mechanics
sure.
too, and like the result end to doing it is like it's, dude, it's amazing. But
Oh yeah.
it just, I hope they realize and they just like they revert them back. They don't touch them. They keep them, and they do their dumb little updates and keep Wesker alone, and I will be so happy.
Hey bro, me too. And then I can finally make like a finalized tutorial so that I don't have to keep making them. Because every single time I have to make a tutorial, I have to hit every single tech at least once, and that takes a lot of time. Going into customs, telling my friend to move in this spot, and this, and na, explaining it. And I just really hope that he could just be fine. Like, it's fine if there's, like, some bugs here and there that they have to fix, but I hope it doesn't mess up the entire character for what it is.
Yeah, the game's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's just annoying because there's no point of messing with them because it takes skill. I've seen people triple my hours who could barely even hit a hug deck with Wesker, and they've been practicing. And another thing is, if you notice, I'm like, okay, the community says the people who says it's not skill. I want to see a video of them trying every time. I asked someone, I added them on Discord. I was like, go for an insta hug, go for a hug tech. I asked them one by one. They could not do a single. They didn't even understand the uh what's it called, the physics of Wesker. Like if you're looking at an object, you'll
Yeah.
bounce when you hug. They didn't understand
Mhm.
the thing. I was like, oh, so you're wrong. He's like, no, but he takes no skill. I'm like, why can't you do it then? Explain then, please explain.
I am happier that it's a little bit easier now than it was before to make it accessible for other players that want to enjoy them as much as myself and other people that have crazy amounts of hours on him. But no one will ever know the amount of difficulty it was back then, like before Stranger Things, to hit one hug tech or a reverse. Dude, it was it was a nightmare. But that's what made it feel so good. But honestly, I'm kind of happy that it's a little bit easier now because not only is it more consistent, but also, not just I can enjoy it, but some other people can enjoy it without having so many hours on the game. They can learn it, and it makes it, better for both worlds.
Yeah, and oh, I just had a really good thought, man. I just lost it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. That happens. I feel you.
It he's a perfectly good killer. Like he really is. Like, okay, I'm gonna be so honest. Like without his hug text, he's not bad strong. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But like he's not super strong. In my opinion, I'm not saying he's stronger. I'm not gonna go into that because I don't have a lot of hours. I only have about 1,000. And
Mhm.
like a reference for Bubba. Bubba, in my opinion, he's a very, very strong kid. I know this is off topic, by the way. I'm sorry about that.
You're good. I believe Wesker without hug techs is like mid B tier. Yeah, probably just B tier. But if you're someone that knows how to do his techs and like efficiently, he can be like low A. I just think his kit is very good. Um, he just has so much going for him. Like he's got mobility, um, passive slowdown with infections, insta down capabilities when they get full infected, uh, the text and stuff like that. And he has some okay add-ons, but he's just all around fun to play. But the only thing that Wesker suffers from is missed dashes because he has one of the longest cooldowns in the entire game when it comes to missed cooldowns compared to like Ghoul or I don't know, like Blight or something like that because he just injects the syringe instantly. And it even got so bad to the point they had to do like a mini buff and nerf egg and then buff his cooldown a little bit because it felt like he suffered a lot from that. So I'm happy they did that.
Yeah, and another thing, goal, fix him. Okay, another thing, you should not be able to bite people through cars. I don't care what anybody
Oh
says.
yeah,
That should not be doable.
yeah, no, that is really frustrating for sure.
And it takes no skill. So there's a hug tech on Kaneki. I hit it first attempt. First attempt. I didn't even know I did it. That's how easy it was. I was like, if I grapple over here, is he gonna wrap me up? Because he was on I was on my friend's PlayStation and he let
Mm.
me mess around on Kaneki because he likes playing him. And I don't get where so you're gonna nerf Wesker to the ground multiple times and just play with him. But we're gonna ignore the fact you're gonna quote unquote nerf or buff them. I don't know, goal. I forgot what they did about something with the vault. No, you need to fix where they can bite through cards.
Yeah, I agree. That needs to be fixed, and also, yeah, they did make it so that if you vault with Kaneki, you it does not injure them, even if you're close up. They completely remove that. And I'm 50-50 on that change. Like I can understand the frustration, but at the same time, it feels like how come Wesker has slapping capability after vaulting a pallet if they're close enough, but Kaneki doesn't. I don't know. I feel like his vault, like when enraged, is pretty overpowered. Kaneki can be, but without enraged, it's not even worth vaulting everything sometimes, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh my god. You're not gonna. I know this is off topic. I'm sorry if I switch off topic,
You're
but
chilling, bro.
uh, I heard the craziest stuff yesterday. Oh my god.
What'd you hear?
So you know the like fake Vecna, like the rip off Vecna,
Uh,
the
Dungeons and
leech,
Dragons Vecna?
the leech.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Someone said he's not counterable. That character is the most counterable character I've ever went up against. I'm gonna explain real quick. His fly power, crouch under him. His little pickup vault, greed the pallet. And another thing, his little orb, it's not overpowered. It's like if he had an aura reading perk. It's basically the same thing, but a power.
Yeah.
And his
I think.
skulls. Wait, what'd you say?
Mhm. I think his sphere that he does, like, it's probably his weakest thing. However, the one thing it does that a lot of people don't talk about or they don't know is that it actually deactivates the abilities that you have when you pick up from chests,
When I pick it
which is
up
pretty
from a
cool.
chest. Whoa, I didn't
Yeah,
know
like
that.
yeah, it disables any abilities that you have, like the gauntlets or like the boots that you have, which can be pretty nice, but it's he's not the greatest. I mean, he's got mobility. He's got somewhat chase potential. Mage hand is pretty good. I just think he's fun on both sides. He's actually my favorite killer to go against as Survivor instead of Michael, because ever since they changed Michael, I hated him. He's no longer my favorite killer to be chased by.
Yeah, Michael. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. What I do if Michael's in front of me and he dashes, let's say I'm in a car like a truck. If he's in front of
Hmm.
me and I'm on the back side, if he goes, let's say left, and that's the right for me, I'm gonna hug the left. And I know I know the distance on him, so I've learned to hug objects on him. Don't get me wrong, that is overpowered with the thing. I will say it definitely because it's a one shot long dash, and you could perfectly curve it until the end. But to counter that, it doesn't work all the time, but if you learn how to. But another thing, it's very spinnable, very very spinnable. But
Really?
oh yeah, it is. It's very. I could show because another a downside about it is because when they're so turny at the end, they start getting real like stiff.
Like fixed, yeah. Like a
Yeah,
fixed dash.
yeah,
True.
and then but if you try to go spin, they just stop their power. They probably will hit you, but hugging items work good. But I will say they kind of did. I don't get why they did that. Nobody asked for it. They do a lot of stuff nobody asked for.
Yeah, DBD is kind of the king of doing that. I can't lie. They've done that so many times. It can be pretty annoying.
Very frustrating. And okay, oh, another thing is on Wesker, you can't hug tech everything. It's you can't, not on everything. Because there's some
Nah,
things the pass, like you may be able to hug tech it, but some things you don't have pass on it. You Objects are gonna block your way hugging it. Not
true.
not
Yeah.
ev I mean yeah, it's but not everything's gonna work on them. I mean yeah, there's a
The thing
lot of
is,
spots. What's up?
mm, I was just gonna say the thing is, like with Wesker, uh, before 9.50 with Stranger Things, like sure you were able to like hug tech a lot of things and even some like specific rocks, but ever since like Stranger Things came out, like that was when he was at his peak. He was able to like hug tech like tires and stuff like that, and like stuff that are like really just really difficult to do. But now he feels a little weird. Like there's some things that you can do, like with some tires, but then some rocks are not capable of doing it. You know, it's very weird.
Yeah. I, I don't. It was real difficult. I tried insta-hugging a tire. Took like 10 attempts. I did not hit. I just gave up and I went to reverse. Reverse is really not that hard though. To be like fully honest, if you go slow at first, you'll learn it really fast. Oh, another thing, I have a
True, yeah.
question. You know that M1
What's up?
bound? Let's say let's say it worked. Would like I'd say you flick your camera so fast and like you can't dash. If the M1 restriction bug wasn't there, would you have hugged it or no?
Um, honestly, I think, I think yeah, like the restriction bug is definitely, it's, it's actually costed me some chases before because it would like when like I'm turning a corner, right, and I'm trying to dash or like hug something, and that last second of my bound like time window before my hand goes away, because if you don't dash your hand goes away, right, it's actually costed me some chases and like has wasted me some time. And like even when going around corners and stuff like that, like you would dash and then you're going around the corner, and then let's say you're just a little bit too close to the wall and you can't dash, um and then you have a clear line of sight on the survivor, and then it just doesn't let you bound. It's dude, it's so annoying. But I promise you, before that, I'm pretty sure you would be able to tug just as fine.
Yeah, give me one second. I'm gonna grab Pepsi real quick.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I would definitely say, like, like he would be such a good killer if they would just fix him. Everybody would be happy. Like once they fix him,
Yeah.
I just want them to kind of realize and like stick it in their brains and get their like head out of their ass and actually use their like think. I know they're older than me. I know they're 10 times older than me. I know they have a brain, and I know they're smarter than me. So I know they could bring their little brains together in the brain cells and say, "Hey, they're happy. Let's keep it like that. Let's keep it like this." And boom, our game will start improving. People will start coming back. Not a lot. I don't. How many people did you know that quit because the Wesker stuff?
Dude, so many. I wouldn't say so many, but like when it around the time, like I would see people on like TikTok saying they're like, "Dude, I'm done playing Wesker" and stuff like that, and it sucks because it's like I completely understand like where they're coming from. I mean, it's not fair when I'm dashing in a straight line playing on Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and I'm going towards the cafeteria and I'm dashing in a straight line and I'm about to grab this guy and then my dash just abruptly stops just because a pebble hit my foot or something, like something stupid like that. Like it is really really infuriating. So I can understand their frustration. Because like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure if like we're ever gonna get Wesker back in his prime. I really hope so, because like the amount of fun I have on this killer is like no other. Like I only play this killer. Like I do have other killers that I play sometimes, but it's very rare. But when he does get kill switched, it's like I miss him already, dude. Like I just want to play him. Like he's so fun to flick with, tech with, um, and just like another thing that's so stupid that they removed was Skywesker. It's like how come Oni, Blight, Pyramid can go off ledges and stuff like that, right? With their powers, but Wesker can't. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay. Uh yeah, that did annoy me because they keep billion. But one thing I didn't understand is Bubba. You can't do it with Bubba. Like it won't let. I was so confused about that. I was like, when I did it, it didn't work. I was like, what? Oh, what? Bubba? I'm sorry, Bubba, who can't fly, who can't dash, he has to move from his own two legs, and he moves at a fast pace. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, oh, you got to be on crack because you're messing with Bubba. But another thing is why? Okay, Billy. Billy, you allow Billy a one shot. By the way, with his power, it's you could curve anything. Curve tech is so easy, and there's nothing to do about it. There's no counterplay but pre-throwing, and you're just gonna waste a pallet. And if you don't waste that pallet, you're dead. Like you are dead. There's nothing to do about that either. They, they need to make it harder. They need to make curve tech harder. I feel like because curve tech is so strong if you learn how to do it. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I haven't. It's been a while since I played Bubba, but like he is pretty fun to play, I will say.
I
But I mean, I think so far, like from all the hours I've had on this game, I have too many, by the way. I have like way too many hours on this game. Dude, he's pretty strong. He's very strong at like I would say just like shredding all the pallets, bro. And like bamboozle, like that combo is good. Uh, but no, I don't think I've tried the curve tech. Like what do you mean,
Oh, I'm
in
talking
that
about
sense?
Billy.
Oh, Billy. Oh, okay, Billy. Yeah, dude, I love using like spiked boots or like yeah, no, his curve is it's so fun. Or like
Eh,
you like go on a car or something and it kind of does like a mini hug tech.
yeah, that is really cool though. I will say, and it's not like stupidly overpowered, but a little bit, not a bunch. But I feel like his curve tech's a little too easy because wasn't it used to be like a little harder?
I personally believe he's good the way he is, like currently.
I feel
Um,
like it's not too bad where they need to change it. By the way, sorry for cutting you off.
no, you're chilling, bro. But
But
like,
go ahead.
yeah, he's just like, I don't think he's like he needs any sort of changing.
Yeah,